The colugo, also known as the flying lemur, is a curious animal for which an independent order, the Dermoptera, has been created, consisting of a small number of species. It is a mammal capable of flying, but not in active flight like birds or bats. Instead, it glides in a manner similar to flying squirrels. This allows it to cover distances of up to 145 meters from one tree to another in the air. It is the current terrestrial creature that glides the longest distance. Its size is approximately that of a cat. It has a slender skeleton, very long limbs, a small head, and a short tail. Its fur is red, more or less monochromatic in contrast to its environment, and its dorsal side features numerous white spots. The most notable feature of its morphology is a broad membrane called the patagium, which consists of a skin fold that completely encompasses the animal's limbs and extends in front, between the forelimbs and the neck, and behind, between the hind limbs and the tail, resulting in the entire animal being surrounded by this membrane. Its considerable surface area allows for aerial gliding, functioning like a parachute. It is a characteristic animal of the tropical regions of the Far East, including Cochinchina, Siam, Burma, the Malay Archipelago, Borneo, Sumatra, Bangka, and northern Java. From the tall branches, they launch themselves into space with their limbs spread out and held in a horizontal plane, thereby deploying the patagium. Females leap from tree to tree and can even glide while carrying their young, always a single offspring, clutched to their chest. This is how the waste is removed from the plane. When the plane lands, the waste is extracted with a system of hoses connected to a truck's tank. On average, about 400 liters of waste are removed on a flight of 200 passengers. This lamppost in the city of Wrocław, Poland, has been invaded by a vine plant. It has become quite an attraction during the nights. It looks like a ghost. Artificial intelligence has learned to pray. This is the prayer, a robot that creates texts and religious prayers out of nothing. The project was created to show the world how advanced this technology is. Dish Paddle creates dance routines with its hands and feet. Its level of coordination is truly amazing. This is Pilcum, a tiny pill-shaped endoscopic camera that doctors use to take pictures of the patient's digestive tract. Once swallowed, it takes up to 2 pictures per second. It even has its own LED light. The eyes of Budapest's tumbling pigeons are huge. They look like they are taken out of a cartoon. With some mirrors and a lot of imagination, Mugumogu made a cat kaleidoscope. Members of the Dinka tribe use cow urine to wash and bleach their hair to a reddish color. It may seem disgusting to the rest of the world, but it is part of their traditions and culture. Thanks to matrix technology, you no longer have to switch between low and high beams of your vehicle. These headlights detect other cars and block the light to avoid dazzling them. See how it works. Hair grows 0.4 millimeters daily, 2.8 millimeters per week, 1.1 centimeters per month, and 13.4 centimeters in a year. Next time you pick up a banana, make sure it's not a snake. When we put food in the microwave, the metal mesh that blocks the radiation prevents us from seeing the food, but that was a thing of the past. Now microwaves block the radiation with other methods, allowing us to see what's going on inside. Have you ever seen a dragonfly up close while cleaning itself? Jordan Simmons wraps children's books. It's actually quite entertaining. Check out his TikTok for more videos. Did you know that babies who spend a lot of time in the same position can develop flathead syndrome? Any prolonged external pressure can cause a noticeable deformity. To prevent this, it is recommended to change the baby's position regularly. This is how the most extreme cases are fixed with helmets. This is how Michael Jackson looked in 1978 before plastic surgery, the Pepsi incident, and vitiligo. Every year in the state of Iowa, USA, a competition is held where the woman who shouts the most funny and original when calling her partner is rewarded. Strange, isn't it? Did you know that there are square soap bubbles? This is how they are made. From 1952 to 1956, the cigarette brand Kent sold cigarettes with asbestos filters to protect smokers from cancer. The problem is that asbestos is even more carcinogenic, and they didn't know it. Bodybuilder Natalia Kuznetsova is the most muscular woman in the world. She started in this sport at the age of 14 when she weighed only 40 kilograms. See the before and after. This is believed to be the largest living great white shark in the world, a female just over 6 meters long and weighing 2 tons. Dominique Gournay holds the world record for solving a pyraminx faster. See how he studies, prepares, and solves it in 0.91 seconds. The Mariana Trench is the deepest point in the ocean with a depth of 11,000 meters. Surprisingly, there is trash here. See this photo they took from a submarine. A beer can on the bottom. In the curves, GP motorcycles can reach an angle of up to 64 degrees. Look at them, they are practically glued to the ground. The leg of a bodybuilder. Watch how 1 million homing pigeons are released to start a race. The first one to reach home wins. Some department stores lock the wheels of shopping carts when they are taken out of the store's parking area. See how the wheels lock and can't move anymore. This prevents them from being stolen. This is how an ant bites. These bites are practically harmless. If it hurt you, it's most likely from another species that uses its stinger to sting. Ants use their jaws to grip and sting. Did you know that 25.9% of the internet is in English, 19.4% in Chinese, and 8% in Spanish? These are the 3 languages with the most content. This anti-tank grenade was invented by the U.S. Army in 1973. It was made with the same weight and shape as an American football for easy throwing by soldiers who were fans of the sport. In Japan, there are bars where you pay to get slapped. Many say that this is the most beautiful tarantula in the world, the Brazilian jewel tarantula. Even if you don't like spiders, you can't deny that it's charming. Pantherophobia is the irrational fear of mothers-in-law. Apparently, catnip is just as effective with wild cats. The felines react in a peculiar way, smelling and rubbing their bodies. The size of Shaquille O'Neal's feet and hands. This penthouse in New York is the tallest residence in the world. It is located at 431 meters high, and these are the views. It has a value of $250 million. This is George Aldrich. He has one of the weirdest jobs in the world. NASA pays this man to smell everything that will travel to space, from metals, plastics, books, to personal items of astronauts. He ensures that no unpleasant odor reaches the International Space Station. As if it did, the bad smell would stay there forever. There is no way to ventilate this place. Did you know that in theory you could submerge your PC in liquid without it being ruined? Immersion cooling is a method used to cool computer hardware and servers through a special non-conductive and non-corrosive liquid. On average, a bee collects pollen from 500 flowers before returning to the hive. It can carry up to 30% of its weight in honey. Actor Finn Wolfhard didn't know how to ride a bike when they filmed the first season of Stranger Things. A stunt double filmed this scene. They added his face in post-production. Can you imagine being able to change the color of your car in an app? This will soon be possible. This is the tallest and largest coin pyramid ever built. It had 1 million coins and a height of over 1 meter. This is how coral catfish avoid being eaten. They gather and form a kind of ball. This confuses predators. This is Skylux, a hanging hotel in Cusco, Peru. The rooms are located 400 meters high and are completely transparent. These are the views from inside the room.